Let's talk about this whole belief that Jira is complicated. A lot of posts out there are stating that Jira is complicated, and there are some arguments for it, just like also the lack of the other needed functionalities. But when you actually look at Jira, it has all the needed functionalities for an agile team to work. So, who are these users who are actually basically complaining that Jira is complicated? Well, basically, any user out there from all of the possible profiles: product owners, developers, designers, you have the executives, you name it. And the issue is not with the tool itself, all right? The issue is with the capabilities of customizing the tool to be much more easier. What does it mean for it to be too complicated? Well, first of all, a lot of options out there. You basically don't know where to click when you're actually in Jira. One thing that you can help you actually in here is to customize your sidebar. Use it because with the Jira navigation, you have this power to actually have the all of the needed things. So for example, you don't need teams, you don't need goals, you don't need assets, you don't want to see teams, you don't want to see operations, you don't care about plans, roadmaps, let's say apps. So you want to be looking at not even recent, what is start to you, the projects, filters, and dashboards. No problem. Save changes and all of those things are actually gone. And everything that you have start, for example, I didn't start anything here. All right, hold on. Let me go to this project, for example, right? And let's say I wanna start this project now, right? I'm adding it to start. I'm going for this project here. I'm adding it to the start as well. Basically, that is it. And if I go to the start, I can actually see this. And I can see that I have start boards in here. So this is what I can actually see. All right. Use that. Use the start option for you. All right. Use that as well because in here you can see all of the work assigned to me. Right. So when you have work that is being assigned to you, you can actually take a look at it. Now, these are the recent projects in here. Let's understand one thing in here is that this cannot be removed. This has been hard coded into Jira itself, and it's actually being standing there. So if you're asking, well, can I remove this? The answer is simply going to be no. All right. So when we actually look at more projects here, so you have this option in here for more projects. Now you're going to be seeing the all of the access to the projects where there is a browse projects permission that includes you in it. Now this might be longer. This might be much more smaller if I can actually say it like that. But the point is that possibly at your side, this is going to be shorter. And you want to go for all of the projects in there. So let's go to the project itself. So people are saying that Jira is complicated. A lot of stuff to click on, a lot of stuff, to do, a lot of options. And mostly they get frightened about this thing here, the navigation bar that you're actually having. Luckily, you have the option to get rid of all of the things that you basically don't need. You don't need the forms? No problem. Click on three dots, click on remove. You don't need the goals, click on three dots, click on remove. Not any of those things needed. For the code, same thing. You don't need security, same thing. Deployments, you don't need that. You also remove that as well. So those are the options that are actually given to you. You don't care about the timeline, you can actually remove the timeline as well. So this is something on how you can actually really customize it for you to work. That's one thing. The another thing is use quick filters. All right. So quick filters are really something that is out there, to be really, really used. Okay. And this is for the project itself. So you also have options for the swim lanes and everything, but this is less relevant. And in here, you're actually looking at the stuff that is assigned to you. So that is what matters to you as from the point of view of the user. So you want to be focused on that. And if you actually look at the UI itself, it's not really that complicated. You just need to configure it in the right way. That's what it matters. So, yeah, there are actually some other things, like for example, the admin part, where you get all of the possible confusions and everything that is also being related to that. So that is something that really cannot be customized in there, because if you actually go to the system here, you don't have options to get rid of these things. One of the things that could be nice though is actually, yeah, to have these expanders, right? So if you're already having these categories in here, we also need like the expanders, right, to be possible to expand, and that's it. So it would be more better for the UI itself. It would look more cleaner, because when you see a bunch of these options in here, and I understand when someone is saying but there is a lot of options. Yes, in here in the system there is a lot of options. In products, yes, correct, there is a lot of options as well. Projects, not so many options. This looks pretty straightforward. No, nothing too complicated. Work items, yeah, this could actually be, you know, confusing to someone. And if someone hasn't worked with this before, worked with Jira before, they would be really, really confused. So overall, it's not about the uh, the tool itself. It's how you actually configure it in a easy way so the teams can actually use it. So when someone is saying it's complicated because someone wasn't using the tool just enough, and that is why they're actually moving to the another application. And I'm not like defending anyone here. I'm just saying that um, instead of saying that something is overcomplicated, just try the tool. You cannot get the tool at the very first day and to know all of its functionalities out there. It just doesn't work like that. Some tools, you need to learn about the tools, the functionalities, the features that are being added. All right. So that might be another confusing thing, because there is a constant wave of the features that are being released to Jira and to all of the Atlassian's products, and that is for a reason. And that it's actually pretty good, and especially because there is a big investment in the cloud itself, the release of the features are just gonna keep coming, and this is something that, well, basically we cannot stop. So either way, when you actually look at it, it's always like, oh, there's like a lot of features in here. I'm just It's just too confusing for me. I just don't find it, to be suiting me or everything else. That's one thing, and the another thing is, oh, there is not a lot of features. Well, I want to customize this to be like this. So yeah, one thing to understand there is basically that this is not a small product out there. That's one thing to understand. Another thing to understand is teams. There are like a lot of product managers in Atlassian, I believe, and they just cannot keep up with the all of the requests that have been actually put there. Imagine that every single request was actually in there. Do you know how complicated the software will actually be if the people were just, the yes man and everything else? That's not just how it works. All right, I just got off the topic right now. I just wanted to talk about that. So it's all about how you configure the tool itself. All right, so yeah, that's everything I wanted to say. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Enjoy the weekend, guys, and happy Monday. Bye.